Welcome back to another deep dive, and today we're breaking down one of the most twisted, unpredictable, and honestly uncomfortable episodes yet, The Boys Season 5 Episode 4 titled as The Worm Turns. This episode doesn't just push the story forward, it drags every character deeper into chaos, exposing secrets, breaking alliances, and setting up a storm that feels impossible to escape. Right from the opening scene, the tone is darker than usual. There's this slow creeping tension, like something is rotting beneath the surface and everyone can smell it but no one wants to admit it. The episode wastes no time throwing us into the aftermath of last week's shocking reveal, and you can immediately feel the pressure building on every side. Butcher is not holding back anymore. You can see it in his eyes. The man is running out of time and patience. His choices are getting more reckless, more desperate, and this episode really highlights how close he is to crossing a line he might never come back from. There's a moment where he hesitates, just for a second, and it tells you everything. He knows what he's becoming, but he also believes it's the only way to win. Huey, on the other hand, is caught in the middle again, but this time it feels heavier. He's not just reacting anymore, he's making choices, and those choices are starting to define him. There's a key scene where he challenges Butcher, not with anger, but with fear. He's scared of losing him, but even more scared of becoming like him. That emotional tension between them is one of the strongest parts of the episode. Meanwhile, Homelander continues to spiral, but in a way that's even more terrifying because it feels controlled. He's not just lashing out, he's calculating. Every smile, every word, every threat is deliberate. There's a chilling moment where he addresses a crowd, and while everything sounds heroic on the surface, you can feel the menace underneath. It's like he's daring the world to challenge him, knowing no one can. The episode also dives deeper into the power struggles inside Vought. Things are not stable, and cracks are starting to show everywhere. Characters who once seemed untouchable are suddenly vulnerable, and alliances are shifting in ways that feel unpredictable. There's a sense that no one is really in control anymore, not even the people who think they are. Starlight gets one of the most important arcs in this episode. She's stepping into a leadership role, but it's not easy. Every decision comes with consequences, and you can see the weight of it on her shoulders. She's trying to do the right thing, but in this world, the right thing isn't always clear. There's a powerful moment where she has to choose between protecting someone she cares about and sticking to her principles, and it doesn't go the way you might expect. Frenchie and Kimiko's storyline takes a darker turn as well. Their relationship has always been one of the more emotional parts of the show, but here it feels fragile. There are secrets, guilt, and unresolved pain bubbling to the surface. The episode doesn't give them easy answers, instead it forces them to confront things they've been avoiding, and the result is both heartbreaking and intense. Now the title As the Worm Turns really starts to make sense as the episode unfolds. It's all about transformation, but not in a good way. Characters are changing, but they are not becoming better versions of themselves. They are becoming more extreme, more dangerous, more unpredictable. It's like everyone is shedding their skin, but what's underneath is something darker. One of the standout scenes involves a confrontation that has been building for a while. When it finally happens, it doesn't explode the way you might expect. Instead, it's quiet, tense, and filled with unspoken threats. It's the kind of scene where every word matters, and every pause feels loaded. And when it's over, you realize things have changed in a way that can't be undone. The pacing of the episode is also worth mentioning. It doesn't rush, but it never feels slow. Every scene adds something, whether it's character development, plot progression, or just building atmosphere. By the time you reach the final act, the tension is almost unbearable, because you know something big is coming. And then we get to that ending. No spoilers here, but it's one of those moments that leaves you sitting there in silence. It doesn't just shock you, it makes you rethink everything that's happened so far. The consequences of this moment are going to ripple through the rest of the season, and it's clear that nothing will be the same after this. Visually, the episode continues the show's trend of mixing brutal realism with stylized moments. There are scenes that are hard to watch, not just because of the violence, but because of what they represent. The show isn't just trying to shock, it's trying to make a point about power, corruption, and the cost of losing control. What really makes this episode stand out is how it balances all these different storylines without losing focus. Every character gets a moment, every arc moves forward, and everything feels connected. It's like watching a machine where every part is moving at once, and you know eventually something is going to break. Overall, As the Worm Turns is a turning point for the season. It takes everything that's been building and pushes it to a new level. The characters are more conflicted, the stakes are higher, and the world feels more unstable than ever. If the rest of the season continues at this level, we're in for something truly intense. That's the review for this episode. If you thought things were wild before, this is just the beginning. The storm is coming, and no one is safe.